Hey folks, Mad Rabbit here in a game called Divinity Original Sin. Okay, so this is not going to be a full Let's Play, just to say up front, or a walkthrough or anything like that. Mainly just going to be like, I don't know, just one play session. Just want to show people the game. I'm sort of like in the midst of a game right now. Um, some couple characters I made up. I do want to just quickly kind of go over the concept of the game. It is a turn-based role-playing game. When you create a new game, and I'll just kind of go into it real quickly here. I won't actually make this though, but you will actually make two characters. And my understanding is there's some sort of a multiplayer aspect to it. You could actually play with a friend and make decisions in game or something. But I've not experienced that aspect of the game, so um, you know basically you could just enchant, um, pick whatever class you want. But I would suggest customizing. You can alter their starting skills and whatnot. Change things, adjust the AI. The AI really only affects things for decision making between your two characters. Um, so if you were to play single player, which I imagine most people would probably do for a turn-based type of game like this, you would probably want to select no AI personality for both of your characters. And it's just something I've learned up front from a couple other people that suggested things about it. Um, But again, it's up to you. Otherwise, you can actually have some pretty crazy stuff, and it actually has nothing to do with the actual way they act in game, other than just the dialogue options that they get and stuff. So if you had two people with conflicting personalities, your two characters would actually argue with each other, and it'd be kind of difficult in some of the things to some of the conversations to yeah, you know, make the characters do what you want. I sort of have it up there as sort of like a warning ahead of time, so you can adjust abilities, talents, just points. Some of the starting skills and stuff can be affected. Obviously, can be affected by what you choose over in some of these things here. I think my understanding is under this will affect which starting spells you have and which ones you can get in game. So some of these things are more for melee, and some of these things you'll notice more for like an archer. The rest of them are kind of like for different types of magic-related classes. Is there a way to get out of this? No. I just want to quit this game. I didn't want to actually go and make new characters yet. Okay, so apparently that exits you out of the game completely. So, alright, so I'm just going to continue my existing game. Um, what else is there? This like a lot of environmental stuff which you'll see. You can actually move things around. If fire is cast on the ground, you will burn yourself if you happen to walk or pass through it. Water, if you pass through it, someone casts a lightning spell, you're going to get affected by lightning damage. Things like this, like the poison in the air, you can actually get rid of that with fire. There's like different things that you can do. I'm not quite sure. Let's actually get him a little bit closer to do that. I have to be in the middle of a dungeon right now. Oh, actually, hold on here one moment, because it's actually quite loud in my headset. Turn the music down. Alright. So that gets rid of the poison, but the burning effect will be there for a little bit. So, let's see. So these are my two main characters. Oh, that's around here. These are the two main characters I made up. All right. So let's just go in. Actually, they hold quite a bit of stuff, but there is a limit. Carry weight. Yes, and it lights up some things. I don't know what happened there. Must have lit up something. At any rate, you can get a lot of different scrolls and stuff off the bat. You usually just start off with 3 different skills. This guy happened to get a fireball spell. So, let's see here. When you level up, you sometimes be able to increase your stats here and adjust your abilities up. And actually, so if you were to, say, start off as like a rogue, like her, you can actually start um, buying spell-like powers or something. So you can actually make any type of class you want on the go. I mean, as you're leveling up. So I could do whatever I want with this character. If I could shut this, doesn't want to let me shut it. All right. Well, I just have to hit the escape button here. I don't know what happened there. May have been a poison barrel. That's one of that might be what it been. So you can look at things. Nothing in there. Let's back off. Kind of let that go. If I had a rain spell, I can actually douse that too. There's quite a bit of poison here. It's kind of a difficult game, not because of this stuff, because I don't know. It's the game. The encounters. Man, see, it just keeps coming back. So it must. Oh, I see. You know what that it's gonna be? It's got some interesting things in this game, like almost like puzzle solving in a way. Yeah, so you can turn there. See, that was a trap. Okay. See, if you you can attach and detach them from the group, so they move individually. Otherwise, they'll move together. Let's see. There is a sneak mode. Which is kind of ridiculous because like they'll hide like this, but I don't know how well it really works. I haven't used it a whole lot. But this character's a rogue, and this guy was sort of like a warrior slash healer. But I think if I had to redo it over again, I would have had him as a dedicated healer and not probably do any warrior stuff at all. Because I am finding the game quite difficult, as I was starting to talk about there. I think I need more. I'm gonna need something else down there. Now, this other encounter I had up here, I might actually move something down there. I can only move it so far. Oh, I did not know that. See, now they're in the poison. Well. It's poisoned. Start losing health. There we go. Alright, is there something I can move? And some of this stuff is based on weight, too. So if your strength is only so high, you know, you're only going to be able to move things so much. So this go here has some extra strength on the. You get to pick up a couple more people in town. I think there's probably more people that you can choose from. These happen to be the first two people I got. And this lady here is basically just a basic warrior. And this one here is like an archer. I sort of want to trade her out for sort of like more of a mage character, because I think they're pretty brutal in this game. So let's see here. You can kind of zoom in. It's like 3D, but it's isometric, but you can only move so much in the view. But there's a lot of different things in the area that you can search and move around. So it's pretty interesting in that regard. Alright, now I know I saw, there it is, there's the trigger. Excellent. Alright, F5 is your friend in this. Make sure you save often. Quick save it. Yeah, there's something down here. Ooh, this looks like almost like a boss battle. I may die here because it is, like I said, it can be difficult. It's a difficult learning curve to learn the game. You don't like heal naturally on your own. You actually have to physically cast heal spells or use potions and whatnot to heal. I think you can heal up if you sleep in a bed in town. Okay, looks like we're going to have to do more traps. This is going to be a pretty large dungeon, so I wanted to just kind of show you the town too, but let's get into an encounter here just to show you some of the combat. I may actually start it off with him. So you can get into a fight that way.
And a man love each other very much.
Whoa, hello. What's he doing? Okay, so he's hasted. Interesting. He got first attack too. So it's based upon like action points. You see down here? So you move around with your action points. So my rogue happens to be the best right now. So the highest initiative or something? Or is she? Is that her right there? So I think he might counterattack if I move out of this area. See, if I move away from him. If I want to get behind him, and because she's got a backstab attack. Let's see if they let me do that. Yeah. Let's see. She can turn invisible with this one, and let's just try to do the Razor's Edge. Nope, stun failed, and I'm out of action points. I have one. I could have one. I can move, but no point. And your combat turn. Next one is the Archer. So Ricochet is a pretty good ability if you have multiple targets. Jump out of hazardous situations. Treating poison. I don't know. I haven't tried using that on others, though. I don't know if that's really... Because she's poisoned, my rogue, which is behind her. Wow. Yeah, he's got 3 turns. That's pretty bad. Well, at any rate, I'm going to just attack. Because she kind of stinks. It doesn't really usually... Sometimes, like every other round, she can do 2 attacks, but if she doesn't move, but... I don't know what it is, so I'm just going to save. You can actually carry over some of these to the next round, so I will do that with her. This is the other main character. If your 2 main characters die, I think if I remember right, I think it starts, you have to start over again. He does have some magic abilities and staff here. I could attack melee with him, or just have him sort of healing on a dedicated basis, which I think I'm going to do. Heal her. And that's sort of a heal over time. And he really can't do much else. This is kind of like a free thing for melee power stance. And whenever he's got left over, keep. Alright, main fighter, dude. Chick. What's her name? Medora. Let's see, what do we want to do? 60% chance for a knockdown status. I don't know if that'll work on someone this big, though. Spin around, good for enemies that are around you. Knockdown. Well, that's to help a friend get up. Crushing fist. Let's just try and do that. Knockdown failed. I had a feeling it would. So he's got the same thing with her too. She can't do much else. You could use some of this stuff, or you couldn't actually go into their inventory and use an item in there. But, to the melee power stance, it's just a free ability that, you know, you get a little bit of a boost or something. So, and that's, I think he's going to go now. Oh, he's summoning crabs. Not too good. He seems to do a lot of attacks too. Holy crap. Wow. Yeah, she's down to half. Oh no, don't die, don't die. No. Heal with her. I don't know if I'm able to get behind him without him attacking me, but I'm gonna try. One backstab attack. Now, let's see, let's try to do the ricochet with him. Apparently they didn't really do what I'd wanted it to. Because maybe it's because of their positioning. Because if there were other units over behind them, then they would hit then. But same thing, she does sort of a power stance here too. It's free to use, so I'm just going to use that. Well, his only heal spell's on cooldown. Suppose just it's a staff. I get a feeling we're gonna lose this battle. Poisoned and poisoned. I think my people are stunned. I don't. She seems to be electrocuted. There's some water on the ground. He may have summoned that water. I don't know, because Archer seems to be the only one able to move. She got 2 attacks that time around. Yeah, pretty much everyone's stunned. Ugh, too many crabs here. It's not good. Yeah, she seems to be the only one capable of doing anything. And she's dying, so consume that. Get an attack off here. She died. I can bring her back with a resurrection scroll. But doesn't look like I'm gonna win this encounter, guys. So when you see what I mean about the see, damn it, I would not want to move. Yeah, that was a mistake. I don't know if this is gonna work. I'll have him heal himself. Yeah, 5 summoned crabs. And he's only down half hit points. It's not gonna happen. Nope. Unless you can actually attack, or... spin attack. What is he doing now? No. Wet. It ain't gonna happen. No. No. Stun failed. Party has been defeated. See, even though she was still alive, these two are considered not really your main characters. So when you die, you die. That's all that happens there. So this is not an encounter that I've reached a lot of parts in this game where I've reached things like this where I'm just stuck. And things do not like respawn in this. There's no way to grind up levels to overcome an encounter like this. So, I mean, the only thing I can do is just reload and just leave. It's like, well, got no choice. I freaking died. So that is the problem with the game that I have, is that it's just, there's no way to progress in this particular dungeon. And just at all, really. I mean, just, what level are we? We're level 5s, and he's level 6. A couple level 6s here. So there's really not much I could do. I have to leave. Oops, actually should put her in front because she has the highest perception and can see traps. I have already kind of blocked a couple traps already. Now I want to show you the outside world also. And you actually can teleport. At a certain point in the game, you'll get like a quest where you kind of like warp to a different dimension, and they kind of teach you the ability to warp around. So this happens to be a waypoint portal. I can just come back here anytime I want. I don't remember what this is. I think this is Black Cove. And so I can actually just teleport to town if I want to. think I want the north gate, so we'll go into town. I'll just kind of show you around the town a little bit. And I'm sort of stuck in the game right now because there's another encounter with a very large group of skeletons and other undead things that are level 7 I cannot get by, and the group is really large. And as you can see here, this guy here, level 6, and he's summoning like a lot of stuff in. Plus he himself is pretty brutal. So I'm stuck in the game right now. And so even though I enjoy this game, it's not made me want to play it a whole lot, because I get to the point where I'm stuck and I just can't get any further. So let's bring up the map. The game is it doesn't show you where to go like with waypoints. Yeah, there's some talking, and there's some of these people do talk. So, bring up the journal too. So when you have different conversations, it'll keep track of basically what's gone on with a particular quest. But there's no, like in a lot of RPGs and modern RPGs, they'll have like a waypoint, like where do you go to complete this quest. So if you take time off from the game, you may actually start to forget where you have to go for certain things. Just about everything in the game is interactable though. Like for instance, this thing. You know, you'll get fish there or something, or whatever. You can actually interact with the wells sometimes too, and get things. There's crafting in it. I haven't really quite figured out the crafting, but I've been keeping just about all the items I've picked up. And some of the books in the games will give you crafting recipes, and some of these spell books, like you see here, oops, he needs Hydro Fist spells, basically water spells of a certain level. He's only level 5, so he can't do these yet, but I think he is a Hydro caster, if I remember right. Skills. Yeah, he's at level 1 on this, but I think it's based upon his level. So some things you can learn new spells and stuff, and I really should probably spend more time buying things for these guys and gear them up a little bit better. So you can actually make your own arrows. There's all kind of crafting stuff you could do in the game. Let's see, I think it's under here somewhere. The recipes, and it kind of tells you. Gives you some of the information you read in the book. Although I'm not really figuring out how they actually craft things yet. So. And let's see here. So you see that they get little different buffs. Buffs and debuffs right there on the side. There's some things in town. This is like the first town you get to. Some quests that are still ongoing for me. You can interact with almost every NPC in here, but some of the dialogue will be a little generic for some of the typical soldier types. But it's interesting is you can actually barter, trade with every solitary person in the game. Like this guy happens to have healing potions, so if you want a healing potion, put that over there. Let's say I want 2 healing potions, and let's barter for them. Well, he wants quite a bit of money for those, so I'm saying screw you, no way. No, forget it. Too much money.
And stay gone.
Yeah, well, you can actually gain reputation with people and stuff. So if you steal from them or whatever, you can run into some problems. So let's see here. Is there any place else I could show you or explain from this? I just want to really show you some of the basics of the game. And I'd never noticed that before. It's an ornate test. Let's go over there. That's new. Not new, but I've just now noticed it. Lots of interesting little tidbits and things here you can find. Level 20. Dusty parchment. Ah, dusty parchment, there it is. Okay, you found the first of my secret sisters. A great victory for the intrepid traveler. A keen explorer you may be, but only an exceptional soul will prove worthy of my fantastic treasure. Solve this riddle, and you will be able to be the first of 4 steps closer to plumbing my glittering depths. Don't wanna. Oh, never mind. A full moon, a wedding ring, a wide eye. Which digit am I? Alright, well, I'm guessing O or 0. But, yeah, so you'll get things like this, water barrels.
These stores are for our Legion troops. Rivalon's finest work up mighty fine appetite serving the 7.
Please shut up, lady. Yeah, so I gotta get to this crate here. Nope, nothing in it. Ah, Cook Morris. I think I talked to him before. And you'll notice things here too when you mouse over things that are red. And basically, if you were to touch them, they'd be considered stealing, and the whole town would freak out on you. So if I want to go in the cellar, I just want to show you just how to get around and things. Chandelier. Yeah, so in town you don't really want to mess with stuff too much. It kind of reminds me a lot of Baldur's Gate, as far as like stylistic stuff goes. Let's see, who is she? I don't think I've ever talked to her before. Let's talk to her.
And stay gone.
Wow, she doesn't even want to talk to me. Ooh, hello. I was talking about weapons. I could sell things here. Let's see, ripped robe. She doesn't. Well, they don't like talking to the hired help. They like talking to your people. But you know, I always got things I gotta sell. Get rid of. Now this thing here, this identifying glass, is very important. If you ever get it, don't get rid of it, because if your person gets the identify skill, I can identify items that you'll find. So that's pretty important to keep that in the inventory of whoever is going to be your identifier. So I think I've outgrown most of these armors. I think I'll just leave it at that. Just balance that out. Accept your offer. I mean, she will actually identify items for you. This particular one, some of them won't, and some of them will also repair items. Let's actually take a look at the durability. Mostly okay, but let's just try 2 gold. Yes. Yeah, that's done, and it's only loss of 1, 3 gold. All right, that's good. Let's go to the next person. Yeah, I mean, they could have simplified it with just like a repair all button. It's like, I know World of Warcraft, but this is a little more like RPG-esque, I should say. So, yeah, you just definitely want to unload things, but I've picked up a lot of stuff I don't really want to get rid of this crafting material. Because you'll never know when you're going to need some of these things. Now, what has he got equipped? He's got an air staff. I don't know what the really difference is. I think that just does different type of damage. What is... Doesn't actually say... 27. 9 to 23. So I keep thinking maybe I should keep around the fire and the water staff just in case. I don't know. And you can repair some of your items too, like with the repair hammers, but again, you might need the repair skill in order to do it. Some of these are magic items. I really want to look at some of his stats before I start selling some of this stuff. So I just wanted to show you the barter system in there. Yeah, let's just balance that out. Sell that. could probably use some of these healing potions. I really want a lot for that, though. And the character gold is individual. So if I was too low when I'm almost too low with him, I'm just barely enough. Because I only got 25 left, I would have to go and switch the gold around. I usually do the bartering with her, even though these are the two main characters. I usually do it with her, but we'll just happen to buy some extra healing potions. Oh, that's because it's the higher quality ones. That's why those are so expensive. Resurrection scrolls are extremely important in this, but some of these scrolls could be life or death. I mean, they would really help out. What is that? Strong regenerate, rain. See, like this, I want to learn the actual spell for that. That douses fires and stuff. Water of life. Interesting. There's lots of neat things in this game. You can actually buy a couple of magic items here too. His intelligence is not high enough really to be casting spells, so I think he takes some penalties. That's sort of the mistake I made in this game when I made him sort of half warrior, half caster. So that is where I made my fatal mistake. Yeah, so I think these daggers are not really of worth to me. Keep that one. Is that two-handed? It's one-handed. See, this warrior girl is likes two-handed stuff, so I think that would be useful for her as an earth staff. Is it a crushing item? What is this? One-handed. Pretty nice. But I really need the money. Can't keep everything, you know. Same thing with that. I haven't determined yet whether you actually can fish in this game, but I picked up a fishing rod. Maybe just in case, maybe it's used for some sort of a crafting recipe. Try and make back some of my armor. What is this? Bracers. Nah, I keep those because. Oh yeah, keep a shovel too, because there's gonna be places in the game you can shovel. Well, I think that's it. Let's see here. Do I want to buy anything from... I could just buy that rain scrolls, but it wasn't that much money. Balance it out. Let's try that. Yep. Okay, let's see here. As durability goes on my stuff, and I think I might just end this episode here. I just really didn't want to go too crazy showing like a lot of stuff here, so... That's sort of a basic overview of the game, what's actually in it, you know what I mean? So, it's on Steam. I mean, like everything's on Steam nowadays, right? So, it's still a little pricey. I bought this during the, kind of the holiday sale last month when I went on sale for, I think it was 33%, and that's the best I've ever seen it as far as that goes. At any rate, it's, thank you.
And stay gone.
Yeah, she doesn't like me too much, that lady. Oh well. It's a neat game. It's difficult though. It's a tough game.
Scores are for our Legion troops. Rivalon's finest work up mighty fine appetite serving the 7.
And I have to say, I like it. I mean, it's got a lot of detail when you zoom in. I mean, you don't... So the effects are good. The game is stable. I've not had any issues with it. I think long term, once I learn exactly how to level through this properly, maybe it won't be as tough. There's difficulty levels, and I'm not really playing it at a very high difficulty. In fact, I think it's one of the lowest difficulty. It's like normal. And there's like 2 different hard difficulties or something. I can't remember now. But at any rate, that's it. That's Divinity Original Sin in a nutshell, folks. And yeah, well, maybe someday I'll come back and do a Let's Play, but I don't know. I'm probably not, because it's just going to be a very long kind of a game, and it's neat. So I don't know. We'll see. We'll see. Always keep it there as a possibility. And yeah, thanks for watching this one, guys. Maybe this was a good for helping you make a decision about this game. Maybe you've heard about it or seen it before, or if you like role-playing, turn-based stuff. That sort of basically showed you most of the basics of it. And that's about it. Remember, hit that thumbs up button on the way out. Subscribe if you haven't subscribed yet. And I will see you soon, folks. Adios.